Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Carts is the place for all your Yamaha golf car needs. Family owned and operated for over 20 years in the city of Webster, carrying the full line of both gas and electric Yamaha golf cars, Country Village will build one to your specification, including the latest in lithium batteries. Country Village has a large selection of parts for both gas and electric golf cars, and unlike some other dealers, sells directly to the consumer. Service for your new and current golf car is available at your home or in store. Each new golf car includes an unmatched 6-year warranty. For the best value in golf car ownership, come to Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Cars. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gold Wingnut Live. It's been a fun week for me, to say the least. We'll get into that. So I did want to acknowledge our sponsor, Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Carts. I know that there's a big deal going on with these the factory recall for the accelerator spring. If you call Country Village at the number on the screen or go to their webpage, they can help you with getting it done. They can do a lot of different things. There's several recalls that they're working with. So, give Country Village Power Equipment a call. Also, a new sponsor, Scoop and Deuces. To say when I saw the name I didn't smile would be a lie. You couldn't help it. I mean, I understand what they do, and since I'm not at the house all the time, I think I'm going to hire them and have them take care of things for my Lily and Sully. Again, we have a lot of great sponsors: Magic Stairs, Surf to Turf, A Rack Above, all great products and services. We got, I don't remember who else. There's so many people going on. Sorry, my head is just like running 3 ways from Sunday. So let's get over Fur and Away and Kitchen Wise and Closet Wise, 2 more great sponsors. If you have their services, by all means, give these folks a call. If you need their services, give them a call. Okay, so where to begin? It's been a challenging week. I met a couple of times with a representative of the villages, trying to get through this issue, and we're making good progress. I understand what their issue is. There are some flights that they felt were dangerous, some even illegal, or both, and they want them to stop, and I get it. So I'm working with them to get through my issues with them. I think we can come to a reasonable agreement. I can't speak for the other drone pilots. I know Scott's recently put out a petition. My experience with petitions, there's more useful paper in the bathroom than what they're written on, unfortunately. I don't know what the other guys are doing. I don't generally watch the other drone pilots' videos because I want to keep mine original. The only time I would watch something is if somebody sends me a message or an email that points it out to me. I want to thank everyone for the tremendous amount of support. I mean, it has been, I used the word earlier today, maelstrom of comments and remarks about this whole issue. We're going to work through it, and I think it's going to be okay. Again, the villages' big concern is some of the dangerous and illegal flying, and they want to put it to a stop, and I get it. I'm not sure that everyone is in agreement over at the villages on what's going on. I can't speak for them. I won't speak for them. I've probably said too much. Speaking of saying too much, let me put on my county commissioner hat for just a few minutes. I owe the residents and the businesses of Sumter County a great apology. This issue has caused a lot of negative press to come on Sumter County and its businesses and its residents. and it is unfortunate. There was a news broadcast from Channel 9. I want to apologize. I probably should not have done that, but that's the past. Again, my apologies for dragging Sumter County's name through the mud. We spent a good part of the last 4 years dealing with situations similar to that, and we don't need it again. So anyway, there have been some comments that I don't know. Some people say the villagers is trying to hide something. I don't see them hiding anything. They don't have any proprietary construction techniques that they're demonstrating that needs to be hidden. I don't know about the workers. I generally try and fly on Sundays or in the evenings when there is no workers. So I don't think they're afraid of anything. I don't think, it's, a big part of it is, well, I guess I'm a journalist and my job is to bring information, and I'm beating them to the punch. I don't make apologies for doing that. If you can't compete, don't complain. It is what it is. But I do believe we're going to get past this. There is something coming at the end of the show. Let's just say it's queued up. Some of you may already know what it is. Anyway, so questions. Let's get off that. Unless you've got a specific question. We spent almost the entire show last week on this, and let's put the fire out, folks. It's gone nationwide. Let's put the fire out. Let's calm down, and we'll get past this. Don't get me wrong. It's not without its challenges. All right. Let's see what we got here. Can't wait for updates. Don't take all the show. Enjoyed the FMK. I hope we've covered the drone situation. If you got a specific question, please feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. What am I defining as dangerous flying? So some of the instances in my discussions were, they have a lot of cranes in use, and there was apparently a flight or two that went between the crane and the suspended load that could have been interfering with the operations going on. There was one flight that I've seen where they flew through a building that was under construction. Now, if somebody had been in there and gotten hit, they would have, then that's stupid flying. So, those are two examples that need to be kept in check. Let's see, what else? Define dangerous. Unified Communications LLC. Okay, interesting. Well, let's see. Karen from Rent from a Villager says, checking in and shared to our page. Hope all are following and friends tune in. Great, thank you. Developer started the negative, so don't apologize. I'm not going to argue with you on that one, Bree. But throwing gasoline on a fire doesn't help the situation. So we need to get past it. Let's see. Unified Communication says, do you know what's going to be built on the empty lot behind the home on Bamboo area in the villages of Hammock at Finney? In the empty land. Okay. No, I don't. I haven't really been following that one. Paul wants to know when 54 is going to air. Okay. I'll tell you when 54 is going to air. Right after this video, right after this show. It is queued up. It's uploaded on YouTube. I am 2 mouse clicks away from making it public. And I figured I'd hold it until the end of the show. Let's see. Okay, Rick, UWU. A lot of talk about them wanting total control. What's your thoughts? Well, I think there are some within the villages that would like to have total control over messaging. If you do, you want to control the message, put it out. A 3-minute commercial every week isn't going to satisfy and fill the vacuum that's been created. I'm trying to fill the vacuum, and I will continue to fill the vacuum as long as it exists. Beat me to it, then I have nothing to talk about. All right. Let's see. Dreamcatcher 1982. How is the buyer traffic flow going in your home sale? Are there lots of lookers in the market, as slow as some clickbait realtors claim it is? There is still a lot of traffic. I've had multiple open houses. There were 2 showings today. I got a call from Frank, my realtor, saying that they were happening. I haven't gotten a call back from him yet. I'm hoping to hear from him. It would really make my day to have an offer on the table. But we'll take it as it comes. Okay, wait a minute here. I'm losing my things are happening too fast in front of me here. Let's see. Michael wants to know, do you know what is going in the movie theater building? No, I don't know what's going in the movie theater in Brownwood. I'll be honest with you. I've been so swamped today. The research that I had planned to do on the bridge going over the turnpike for 470, I didn't get that done. So I can't tell you yet if there's going to be golf cart lanes or not. I want to look into it. I just haven't had the time. I haven't had time to look into what's going in the movie theater in Brownwood. Hopefully, if this all dies down, I'll get to it this week. Is there a chance? Okay, Mike wants to know, is there a chance the county widening Morse near 44? Morse and 44. I don't know. There is a traffic study going on, and we will see what they come up with and see what the budget allows. But I mean, that's future county business, and until we have more information to work with, really, it's too much to talk about at this point. Let's see. Frank says drones are good for public information about the villages, future villages residents. Thank you. Thank you. Kyle says, God forbid, if there's a major disaster, wouldn't they wish they had a great drone pilots to help search and rescue? Well, there is quite a bit of those. David says, what's your favorite submarine movie? Hunt for Red October or Das Boat? So I remember when Hunt for Red October came out, I was on the George Washington Carver, and they let all this is up in Groton, Connecticut, and they let us all go to see it for free. And of course the press wanted to know our opinions, and most of us said no comment, and they weren't real happy with that. Das Boat scares the hell out of me. Okay, it's too realistic. I've seen it in the German version, I've seen it with subtitles, and I've seen it with the dubbing over. It doesn't matter, it still scares the hell out of me. My favorite submarine movie is Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer, because I know the guys that were in that movie. I had the electrician. We had one like that in the engine room. He served on 2 ships with me, the same guy. The sonar guy, the radio guy, the mechanic that with the attitude, I know them all. Those are compilations of real people in the submarine fleet. That would be my favorite movie. Any update on the grocery store in Eastport or Middleton? Nope, nothing yet. Maiko says, Don, I have 2 for you. an update on the 470 bridge, an overgrown little golf course at 301 and 470, sold to developers. Okay, so Mike, 470 bridge, no update on it. There is an update in 154 that's showing you what's going on. They're putting pilings in. But the golf course at 301 and 470, great question. Actually, that's in 154 also. That's right across the street from where the new county service center is being built. Some of that property, I believe, was purchased by Seco, and they're going to be putting a road through there. Well, the plan is to put a road through there and connect it to 470 after you get past the bend, because right now we need to rework the 471, 470 interchange. It's absolutely terrible. Let's see. Mike wants to know, do you think traffic will slow down on Central Avenue after the Eastport Square and homes nearby are completed? No, they will start slowing down when Wildwood PD starts turning on the lights and starts writing tickets. That's the bottom line. Let's see. Robert wants to know, what's going to be built on the corner of 301 and Warm Springs Avenue next to Duncan? Oh, that's 7-Eleven. They have started on that. I was going to include that. I drove by it yesterday and realized I need to include that in the video, and it's like, I don't have time to add it in tonight. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. The paper indicated County Commissioners approved rezoning for a possible 21-acre retail space near Marsh Bend and 470. Do you know more about exactly where it is and what it will be? All right, Marsh Bend and 470. Marsh Bend. Retail space at Marsh Bend and 470. Marsh Bend and 470. That's where Fire Station 48 is at. That's a traffic circle. I don't know anything there. And that probably would have been City of Wildwood. Pretty much the County Commission has very little interaction with the villages at this point, because pretty much all the growth is in the City of Wildwood, so it falls to them to approve things. The exception to that I'm aware of is the county road agreement and building the regional roads that are of significance. That we still have purview over. Let's see. Shane Paul Borland says, what update to what is going in at the exit booth side of the turnpike? Okay, I know what you're talking about, Sean Paul. That is some underground or some piping. I believe it's both sewage and potable water that's going to service the Lake County portion that's on that side of the turnpike. Basically the area where the hospital is going to go. Let's see. Caveman 770 says, not sure if you can or want to talk about Sumter County business, but is it their plan to realign the districts? Seems that District 5 is much smaller geographically than the other 4 districts. Okay, so we've asked the county administrator to take a look at that. So here's the problem. We have, let's say, 150,000 people, give or take, and we have 5 districts. And right now they're pretty balanced. We're looking at adding probably another 40,000 people in the next 5 years. And most of those are going to be in District 4, which creates a huge imbalance. District 5 is not going to grow. District 1, Commissioner Butterfield's district, is not going to grow. So that's why I made the recommendation that we look at the redistricting. And, we'll see what comes up. Mr. Arnold's probably going to give us 3 different options, and of course the 4th option is just leave it alone. I don't know which way the board will act. I don't know which way I will act on it. We'll see what we come up with. Eric says, thank you. Eric McFarland, hey, Fur and Away, Eric. Eric is the owner of Fur and Away, and if you saw his commercial, he did a great job on Sully and Lily, which, by the way, Eric, call me after the show. I need to arrange a time to get Lily and Sully groomed again. Let's see. Rick UWU says, can you do a segment about the complaints and solutions about areas being neglected and updates about them, i.e. retention pond at 466A and Morse? So things like 466A and Morse, that retention pond, I'm trying to remember which one that is. Wow, the comments are coming in like crazy. Can't keep up. That one, that's going to be the villages. I've asked to have Mr. Blocker, Kenny Blocker, the district manager, come on the show so we can talk about things like that. That would be an appropriate time. I need to reach back out with Mr. Blocker and see what his availability is to come on the show. Let's see. Are there any plans to address the smells coming out of the wastewater treatment plant on Central Parkway, just west of Eastport? Not sure how much much that can be mitigated. So I will tell you, wastewater treatment plants that one is state of the art, and I am shocked to hear complaints about that. I will tell you that I can smell the county landfill from over by 470 and I-75. I can smell that. That may be what you're smelling, because I don't think it's the wastewater treatment plant. Mark says, thank you for providing construction photos and update. Great. Mario says, Don, I heard from the assistant Lake County manager, and he said there is no golf cart bridge over the turnpike at 470, only 6-foot walkway. He said the bridge and widening to Megason. Okay. Thanks, Mario. Mario is one of the other drone pilots that received a letter. VS says, down Periscope, great movie. Let's see. VS. Now I know who this is. That's Vinny. Yeah, it was good seeing you too. Also, Vinny at Daryl's. I go to Daryl's every morning for breakfast. I screwed up my tee time. Didn't make my tee time when I got there. The guys that I golf with were already teeing off on the second hole, so I just called it a day. I swear I actually went and did the segment that was the lead-in for this show today. Sat in my truck and did that out in the parking lot. Let's see. Hugo wants to know, are front windows on front face of Harry and the Natives just faux windows? Front face was concrete with no cutouts. Honestly, I don't know. I can't get close to that. Okay, it's in the construction zone. I'm gonna to look at that better. I'll have to walk around the other side. Normally, I'm standing over by Okahumpka Recreation Center, and that's pretty much where I spend my time. But I have gone on whatever that road is, going through that section of St. John's. I'll have to look into that. I don't know. Mark wants to know, at what point will new villages not be in Wildwood? We'll be dead. Okay. We'll probably be dead, because pretty much all the land that is contiguous right now, that is undeveloped in the villages, is part of the city of Wildwood. all the way down to Center Hill. If you pull up the villages map, you know what? I think I might have that. Hang on. Yeah, does it show it? Yeah. All right. Let me swap screens here. Web browser. All right. You can see the dark area down here. This is all the villages. I take that back. From right here on the right, oops, gotta put my mouse on the right screen. Right here, this area here, and the tip of this area are in Lake County. The rest from here over is Sumter County. Down here is where Center Hill is. So, you know, this area, it's probably 2 or 3 years away. I don't know exactly. You know, that's all still raw land, undeveloped. So what's going to happen with it and the timeline, it is so far out right now. I can't really, I'm not even going to try and speculate. But you know, I look at it as, why would I want to be in Lake County? The taxes are higher. Our taxes are really low in Sumter County. So there you go. Nice to hear your discussion with the developer has been positive. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep it positive. Oh, Mike, a little Bailey's in your coffee suggest? Nope, it's all black coffee. One of these days we'll do a segment on coffee. I can't drink coffee like I like it. Right there, put it in an IV needle and mainline it. That would be my answer. Let's see. Sambuco and espresso. Okay. All right. Received a letter from City of Leesburg stating that, okay, let's see. Jim Hurst says, I received a letter from the City of Leesburg stating that they were required to tell us about getting installation of an express flow valve for the gas customers. What do you know about this? I don't know. Oh, excess flow valve. Now I know what an excess flow valve is. Basically, if they're going to install it, great. What that does is if there's too much flow, in other words, there's a line break, it automatically shuts the gas off. That's a good safety feature. Dreamcatcher says the roundabout at Marsh Bend Trail Central Parkway is running much smoother since they have closed off the left turn on 470 off Marsh Bend Trail. Yeah, I mean, it was backing up. I'll tell you what the concern is right there, is when the traffic backs up, it blocks the fire department from being able to get out of Station 480. Not a good thing. So it's always been the plan to route 470 down Marsh Bend Trail. There's a traffic study going on for County Road 500, which is the next road just to the north of 470 that goes over to the prison. We're looking at possibly making it a one-way street. Which way, I don't know. We still got to, we got to wait for the traffic study to come back. What do you know about the Ruby Villas teardown? You know, I've heard about this whole thing with Ruby Villa. I don't know anything about it. That would be another good question if we can get Mr. Blocker on the show, because I think he's a wealth of knowledge. I mean, you know, the city manager, Jason McHugh, over in Wildwood, wealth of knowledge. The district manager, Kenny Blocker, and Mr. Bradley Arnold, the county administrator. These are the individuals that run the day-to-day operations of either the villages, the city of Wildwood, or Sumter County. As an elected official, I generally don't get involved with signing contracts and sale of property contracts I get to sign. But you know, most of the day-to-day stuff we don't get involved with managing employees. It's, you know, that's what the city manager staff does, and their staff does. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we are on CK Murphy. I joined a bit late. Do you know any updates on the supermarkets going in Eastport and Middleton? Any ideas when the sites around the lake in Eastport will be announced? As far as the grocery stores, no, I haven't heard anything. That's still kind of quiet. As soon as I hear something, though, I'm gonna spread the news, and I'm gonna steal somebody's thunder, and they're gonna be mad at me. But I'm not really gonna cry about it. They can. Anyway, sorry. As far as the sites around Eastport, I was actually thinking about that, and I think I discussed it a little bit during 154 when I was doing the voiceover. In fact, I know I did. Lakeview and probably LaGrange, I would not expect them until Eastport opens, just because it's still a construction site, and those areas are right there, right on the edge of it, and especially Lakeview, the exit out of Lakeview at the east side goes into the parking lot for the hotel, which is under construction. It's just really not a good place to be in the construction zone. So I think they're going to hold off on that. I can't say for sure, but that appears to be what they're doing, because the Bel Air executive course has been ready for months and it's not open. Why? The starter shack is up by the hotel. All right. John says, Eric was an amazing grooming our Aussie. He solved an issue with his feet we've had for over a year. Well, that's great. Good to hear. I was, in the ad that I put together for Eric, there were a couple of shots where Sully was licking him. Sully and him got along grand. Lily had her head laying up on his shoulder while he was doing her paws, and she was just as comfortable as can be. And he did an outstanding job. He won my business. He won my support. Mike wants to know, the new Walmart golf cart accessible? I'm going to say no. The problem is you got two 45-mile-an-hour roads that have to be crossed. There's only two ways to do it, either a tunnel or a bridge. Then both of those have to have some place to go, and there's no place for them to go. I just don't see it, and who's going to pay for it? I'm sure golf cart accessibility would be great for Walmart, but I seriously doubt they're going to pay for it. All right. Mick wants to know, what is the new TVs with approving? What is the view of the villages with approving fences for additional privacy in the backside of lots backing up to major roads? No. Basically, you can't put up a fence. It's in your deed restrictions, but you really can't put up a road. Or put up a road. Duh! Sorry. My brain is running too fast. It's getting ahead of my mouth, or maybe it's the other way around. Normally it's the other way around. But no, you're not allowed to put up a fence. If you're replacing a fence, that's one thing. Even that needs ARC approval. But generally, you can't put up a fence in your yard. If you back up to a major road, the road was there when you bought the house. There's no surprises, Mick. All right. Oh my God. Rick says the smell from the wastewater, from the waste plant, was due to all the cabbage on St. Patrick's Day. Brace yourself for Easter. Okay. Well, we have all kinds of comedians. Let's see. Mike Long says, I backed to a wall off Finney Drive that needs painting. I know I'm responsible for upkeep and the paint. Who or where can I obtain the correct paint color? That's a fairly easy one. Go to districtgov.org and get the phone number for community standards. I would ask them. Actually, probably just ask when you call in. Just ask them, and they'll point you in the right direction. the district staff will, so that you can get that paint color information. They'll be more than happy to help you. If you need the paint color for your house, that's even easier. You want the original color, call the home warranty department. They got a huge database of everybody's house. You want to know what faucets they put in your house, or what model window, whatever. They have all the information in a massive database, and they can give it to you real quick. Well, this is a good one. Great question, Gus. What do you know about reducing or eliminating property taxes in Florida? I think it's a huge mistake. Where is the money going to come from? Okay, sales tax. Yeah, you're not gonna. You can raise sales tax, but you're not going to get that much. It would be ridiculous. I saw an article where I guess the governor thinks that we can tax our tourism tax and improve it that way. Yeah, that might have some benefits, but it also drives tourism away when the rates get too high. So I don't see that happening. I mean, it's just finding another source for the revenue, because the expenses have to be paid. We've got how much for the fire department? I mean, the fire department, what they're talking about also talks about eliminating some of these the different assessments that we do, like the fire assessment. So that money's got to come from someplace. I honestly think it would be such a huge detriment. On the short, if you look at it short-sighted, yeah, great. I'm not paying property tax, but man, county services are important. Sheriff's department needs to be funded. Fire department needs to be funded. Right there, that's 60% of our budget. And libraries, you name it. The county funds a lot of things. I think it would be a huge mistake. Mark says, I still wonder why Google Earth is not updated in Eastport area, Richmond area was. Google Earth tends to be a little slow. I would recommend downloading and installing Google Earth Pro. I use it frequently because not only does it have the most recent maps, but I also found that you can go back in time and look, 30, 40 years back. And I've used that in a couple of my videos. So that's an option there. Whew. All right. Steve wants to know, what is the construction going on at Brownwood Theater? Again, I don't know. So Ellen wants to know, any chance of getting a car bridge added to the Water Lily Bridge over the turnpike? Sure would ease the traffic on 301. If you want to get from Brownwood to Water Lily Rec Center, you can't get there from here in a car. It is a long drive, and I feel your pain, but probably there's two chances, slim and none. I just don't see it. There would not be enough traffic to justify the expense. So in that case, the county's not going to pay for it. Somebody's got to pay for it, and that would be unbelievably expensive. Let's see. I guess the 14-day requirement to take down your site and previous videos is null and void. Paul, that came from a lawyer. If it comes from a judge, I'll listen. If I get a letter from the FAA telling me to stop flying, that grounds me, that suspends my 14107 flight certificate, then I'll listen. But I don't listen to lawyers. They can do all the saber rattling they want, but get a judge to back it up. That's the best I can tell you. Otherwise, take a hike. Let's see. How much less are taxes in Sumter County than Lake County? I used to know this. I used to know this. Man, you know, go look on Talk of the Villages. I know that there's been a couple of people that have really put this data together and compared it. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's a significant difference. All right. Let's see. Jill wants to know, hi Don, thank you for all you do. Do you know if you build a designer home, will they allow you to vent the exhaust fan out? Can we make changes to outlets and lighting locations? So Jill, I don't know about venting the exhaust fan out. I'm assuming you mean for the stove. I believe it already does. As far as changing outlets and lighting locations, I'm not sure what kind of customizations they're allowing because of the precast walls. I don't know. I've not been through the design process. That's on my list of things I want to do is sit down and talk with some of the design folks and see what they allow, what they don't allow. You know, of course, then I have to get permission from the gods up in the villages, and you know, then it's like, well, you're going to be releasing our information, and they don't want to. Anyway, you can imagine the challenges. Let's see. Dreamcatcher says, ooh, thunderstorms, great. Yeah, it's quieter than the kids upstairs. How are the available retail spots in Middleton and soon to be Eastport advertised so businesses can know about them? Does the villages reach out to specific businesses to try and bring them here? So my understanding is the commercial property development does reach out to various merchants trying to get people to come here. You can go to commercial property management. I don't remember the exact website, but the Villages has a commercial property management division that you can talk with for doing getting into some of the retail areas. Jerry says Google Earth hasn't been updated because I got a letter from the Villages. Okay. All right. Let's see. You know what? I got to grab some more coffee. Let's take a very brief break, and I'll be right back. Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Carts is the place for all your Yamaha golf car needs. Family owned and operated for over 20 years in the city of Webster, carrying the full line of both gas and electric Yamaha golf cars. Country Village will build one to your specification, including the latest in lithium batteries. Country Village has a large selection of parts for both gas and electric golf cars, and unlike some other dealers, sells directly to the consumer. Service for your new and current golf car is available at your home or in store. Each new golf car includes an unmatched 6-year warranty. For the best value in golf car ownership, come to Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Cars. Whew, I made it back. All right. Almost didn't make it in time. I tripped. Luckily I didn't fall. All right. Let's get back to our questions. Thanks for being here today, everybody. We got 339 people on the broadcast today. That's awesome. That's double what we normally have. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your questions. I try and give you good answers and provide good information to you. What's that? I got a microphone in the window. Okay, the computer's in the way. The heck with it. All right. Where are we at? Okay, let's go back to our questions. Writing with Wingnut. Can you mention that there will be an AED meeting for Moultrie Creek residents on April 10th at the Saluki Recreation Center, hoping for a good turnout? Okay, I can mention that. I think I just did. April 10th, what time? Got to know what time it is. I got to know what time it is. If you put that out, I'll mention it again. Mark says, will Wildwood annex any of northern Sumter County? Well, it's still annexing, yes. So there's a couple of rules that come into play for annexation. Part of it is, I've got these written down up in my county office. There's voluntary annexation, and many of the businesses, if they expand their properties, will be annexed into it. But a general wholesale annexation, probably not. It's going to be on a case basis. All right. Damn. Didn't get the notification. Okay. Didn't get the notification. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Becky. Don, I have a place in Shady Brook. I'm paying for flood insurance. Any idea when the area will be remapped? Yes, I do have an idea. We received a notice about a week ago from FEMA with some updates. The letter I got was short. It didn't say which properties, but I know that information has been submitted. I would continue to check the county GIS site. If you want to know where that is, we'll go back over to the web page. All right. And Sumter County, Florida. You come down here to interactive map. You click on that and you say proceed to the website. And they've got this GIS map. And let's see, FEMA flood map panel number. Let's turn that off. So you got to turn on flood map panel number. And then we zoom in. And it takes a while because there is a tremendous amount of data that's coming through here. Okay, Morse Boulevard. So what he's talking about, or what they're talking about here, let me see if we can get in closer. We got to give it a second to catch up. Like I said, there's a lot of data here, and it takes a minute for the server to crunch through all the numbers. Flood ban. Oh, FEMA flood zones. There we go. There we go. All right. So there's the FEMA flood zone. So yeah, keep looking at this and turn off the panel numbers. But keep looking at this, and that hopefully will be changing shortly. Again, this is a tremendous amount of data, and it takes a while for the data to be entered and the maps to be updated. All right, back to this. Let's see. Kim wants to know, we have a lamp post too bright on the corner of our property. Both Duke and the Villages give us the runaround. Any ideas? Not sure. Where you at, Kim, on this light? Is it Duke or it's probably going to be the power company that you have to deal with, and the power companies are just up here, and they don't have to listen to anybody and do any. I got some real problems with the way the power company does things. When they did the new poles going through Chitty Chatty, they didn't tell anybody. They just started doing it. Even the district didn't know anything about it. So yeah, without knowing where it's at, I can't direct you. Could be Duke, could be Seco. I'm not sure. Let's see. Gene wants to know, what about the YouTubers who go around in the new areas in their carts? They go to construction areas and post on rumors on areas to be developed. Yeah. Really, I can't. I've seen it. It's frustrating for me. I try to follow the rules. I don't have an answer. I wish I did. Mike says we got a golf cart from Country Village Power Equipment. Great service. Yeah, they do. They came and did the servicing that I had let slide for 2 years on my golf cart, and they did a good job. Unfortunately, my golf cart's a 2018. It's 7 years old, and the battery died. So that was a pain. That happened on Monday. So I got a new battery. One of these days I'm going to get over to the house and I'll put it in. I had turned on notification to let me know when you go live. It didn't work, unfortunately, so I'm really late and missed a lot. That's okay, Becky. You can always go back and listen to it recorded. And if you got questions, I don't have to be live. You can send me your questions at live@goldwingnut.com or info@goldwingnut.com. Send me your questions. I'll try and get to them as quick as I can and answer everybody's questions. I don't mind doing it. I consider myself a student of the villages. I have spent the last 11 plus years trying to learn everything I can about this community, and there's a lot to know. But I've got a good handle on it. Fortunately, I got a good memory for most things. Unless you ask my wife, then I forget everything. When will the land north of the Medical Wellness Village and south of Bexley Trail along the Turnpike be developed? So you're talking about CDD 16. So I would say that's probably 2 to 3 years out. I'm not 100% sure. They've got all of Edenfield and LaGrange and several other areas that they're working on developing. When you start seeing them put in roads, then you know it's getting close. But right now, that area that's in CDD 16, north of Central Parkway, is pretty much just sitting there static. South of Central Parkway, though, they're actually doing a lot more movement. There are 2 rec centers that are been permit or paperwork has been filed on them for permits with the Water Management District. One is called Mustang, and I don't remember what the other one is. Plus they have, Huckleberry or Beautyberry and Honeysuckle executive courses that are in the process of being built. So that's getting more of a focus down farther south than the area that you're talking about. Okay, so the Moultrie Creek AED meeting is at Saluki on April 10th at 6 p.m. That's a good program. I ran the AED program for a couple of years in my Hillsborough neighborhood. I got too busy, and so Alec and Vanjie, my neighbors, they took it over, and they're doing a great job. In Dabney. Okay, Kim, I'm going to tell you. So Kim's asking about a light, and she's in the village of Dabney, and I'm going to plead my ignorance here. I don't know who the power company is in Lake County. So I can't help you there. I wish I could, but you can try going to the city. Go to the city. That's in the city of Leesburg. Go to the city. That would be the first place I would go. Let's see. Clark says, how do you like your Mac computer for video editing? I'm looking at one. I'll tell you, I love this Mac. I have 3 Macs now. I have a 16-inch MacBook Pro that I just bought with an M4 Max chip. I've got a 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M3 Pro chip in it. And I also have my Mac Studio, which has got the M2 Ultra. Basically, I maxed it out when I bought it from Apple because I knew I wasn't going to be happy. They're great machines. They're phenomenally powerful and fast. But I bought it to learn Final Cut Pro. And honestly, there's not enough hours in the day for me to learn Final Cut Pro at this point. I'm going on a cruise here in 3 weeks. In fact, 3 weeks from now, we're not going to have a show. But I'm going on a cruise in 3 weeks, and I will be taking my book and my 14-inch MacBook with me because the 16-inch is a beast to haul around. It's so heavy. And starting to learn on there. But I don't think you'll be disappointed with a good Mac. Schedule our 11-month home inspection with Surf and Turf. Good. So Mick wants to know, when did the county decide to permanently close 470 at Marsh Bend, reroute traffic to Central Avenue? 2018 is when it was decided. Why can't high power lines be buried and remove the giant towers? It has to do with insulating, okay? Basically, air is a poor dielectric, or no, it's a good dielectric. It has to do with the electromagnetic fields. They don't have a lot of inductance in air. You put it in the ground, you start dealing with higher inductance, which causes more losses. That's the big thing. Scott says Mac all the way. Here comes the Mac versus Windows debate. So Scott is the owner of KitchenWise and ClosetWise. Thanks for tuning in, Scott. Mac, Windows, I use them both. I'm ambidextrous, I guess. I don't know. When I was finishing up the editing of 154 this afternoon, I hit the compile, and I immediately turned around and I started working on the ad screen that you see surrounding this on my Mac Studio. And then I moved over to my MacBook Pro and made sure it was coming up. And so I go back and forth between them, but yeah. Let's see. Burton says, will you explain why the small lot fire station located on Warm Springs Road has 16 palm trees on a small lot given budget issues? I can't. That's whose budget was that? That was Village Center Community Development District that paid for that. So you'd have to ask them. And their budgets are in pretty good shape. Why are they not building as many regional rec centers as there are up north? They are. I mean, Eisenhower and, not Eisenhower. Everglades is there, and they're building Olympia. If you go back to, I think it was 150, I talk about another regional rec center farther south. So they're coming. Their regional rec centers are extremely expensive, and there's a balance that they have to do. One of the other things that comes into play also is the number of homes. The homes here in south of the Turnpike are much more spread out because there's a lot more green space in it. So the actual density of homes is less. There's going to be a little more distance between regional rec centers. And I say there's less homes. The quantity is there, but because of all these massive retention ponds and green spaces that they put in, you've got Hogeye Preserve, that's all adds into the equation and spreads things out. All right, let's see. Whew, man, you guys have been slamming me today. Mark says, have they seeded the Woodlands courses yet? Mark, when we get done here, you'll be able to answer that question. But yeah, they have seeded, they've sodded. There's a lot going on, and there's some really good coverage in the first half of 154. What time is it? It is, it's about 1 minute till. We'll make it public here in just a minute. Let's see. Sorry, you're too old to be a tech geek. Mark, I am a computer geek from long ago. I got, all All right, I got too many tech toys. My wife enjoys it though. She likes her MacBook or her Apple phone and her iPad. And when things are breaking, she just says, "Here, fix." I was like, "Okay." All right. Yeah, I'm a tech geek. What can I say? The Navy did that to me. Roxy says, just so you're aware, you came up immediately on television, but had a heck of a time finding your live stream on the computer. It would only show last week's. Hello, please have a fast. Oh, okay. Please have a fun cruise. Yeah, I look forward to it. We're going on MSC's World America. This will be their first Western Caribbean cruise on that ship, only the second cruise for the ship. So we are really looking forward to it. We have a cabin in the yacht club, which they used to call that first class. It is. We've sailed MSC several times in the yacht club. I don't want to sell anything but. All right. Let's see. Bree says you should advertise your house you are trying to sell. Not sure if you're going to MLS or VLS. Tell us, please. So I am selling my house. My wife decided that she didn't want to live there anymore because there was too many memories because we lost our son in that house 3 years ago. And I'll be honest with you, it impacted me. It was hard to sit sometimes in the living room and look over and see where he used to sit. So I didn't argue with her. I just tried to figure out things. But it's listed on VLS and what you call it? The information for this broadcast has a link to it if you want to look. Leesburg Electric Services Lady Lake, okay. Hearing thunder rolling during the stream. Yep. Let's see. Good to Go says there are 2 buildings in the early stages of construction across the street from citizens in Middleton, Perry Drive and Landstone. Oh yeah. So so just down the street from Victory Family Sports Grill. Yes. Those are more commercial properties. They got a lot of commercial property they're building in Middleton. Scott says, had dinner at Victory Family Sports Grill last night and then visited the Mustard Seed Decor store across the street from Victory. Enjoyed Victory and Mustard Seed. Great store owned by some fantastic people. I haven't been in there yet. I got to go make sure that Debbie doesn't come with me because I don't want to go broke. Your voice is coming over low, and yes, my speakers are up. Well, it shouldn't be. Everything on my end says it's good. There's a little volume slider on YouTube also. Okay, we are caught up. So since we're caught up, if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel and you've got all notifications turned on, you should be getting one right about now because I just made 154 public. So it will start right about now. So I want to, we got 323 viewers still. I thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, so, you got the volume on your computer, you've got the volume on YouTube. Those are some of the things you got to check. For some of us, we got the volume on our hearing aids. Let's see. Mark Edwards says no. Okay. Oops. Okay. My son is a 50% great. Thank you for great video. Great work. Thanks everyone. I appreciate you tuning in. I am just so excited about this lovely weather. I'm looking out the window and it's just lovely. Anyway, we'll be doing this again next week. Hopefully we'll have a 5-minute update come out about Thursday is what I'm targeting it for, just to bring people up to date on some of the things going on. They're a lot easier to produce than the 30-minute ones, but I'll be honest with you, I get into them and it's like, I'm done. It's like, well, there's more information needs to go out. Okay. So there's a balance. There's a balance. Again, I want to thank everybody for, we did just get the video. Okay, good. It's starting to come through. All right, glad to hear it. We'll see how it looks here. I'm going to bring up the analytics and we'll see what happens. Nobody is watching it yet. Must be still on the screen. Let's see. I don't control the volume on the YouTube commercials, so it's unfortunate. I don't control the YouTube commercials anyway. So thanks everyone. I'm watching it now. So far we got 7 people watching the video. It started, so there you go. We'll continue to make our videos and continue to bring you all up to date. Again, thanks everyone for joining. Look for the good things in life. It is much too short. Stay positive in all that you do, and take care. I have no idea what I'm looking for here. Hey, this computer some days. Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Carts is the place for all your Yamaha golf car needs. Family owned and operated for over 20 years in the city of Webster, carrying the full line of both gas and electric Yamaha golf cars. Country Village will build one to your specification, including the latest in lithium batteries. Country Village has a large selection of parts for both gas and electric golf cars, and unlike some other dealers, sells directly to the consumer. Service for your new and current golf car is available at your home or in store. Each new golf car includes an unmatched 6-year warranty. For the best value in golf car ownership, come to Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Cars,